Wow, the street looks pretty bare here. It's Lou. I'm gonna go out for a small walk. I found my shades so I don't have to worry about the sun in my eyes. They got something going on where they're gonna try to take out this building, or maybe it's up for sale. They do auto repairs, and they're responsible for a lot of the fast traffic around here, but not all of it. There's trucks and buses and all kinds of stuff. I guess I'll go this way. Whoops, and there I go, across that 2-inch drop. So it is the 15th of September. The month is almost over again. I guess not. It's just half over, right? It's only just begun. Okay, look at this. I'm gonna go back and let you look at this. I don't know what you call it. I almost want to call it a monkey thing. But then again, I don't think it is. But you see what I'm talking about. These long branches with these things stemming down from it. Boy, there's all kinds of cars coming out of this little alley. Maybe I won't go down the alley. Now I got the fumes in my nose. I'll just go ahead and walk down this road and then walk back. They do a lot of work over there. So I wonder if they're going to move somewhere else. So they sent out a notice, something about they're looking at putting in a 6 or 7 story building, which would be for renters or selling condos, who knows, something similar to that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn around so I don't have to duck under that tree. I could have walked away. The song's playing in my head. I don't think I just heard it, because I didn't have the music on. I could have just walked away. Is that what it said? Sometimes it's not so easy to walk away. You get so involved that you just can't, even when you know you should. Okay, so here's the front of these buildings. Okay, so you see a long row of brick, but then they have this, I don't know that all of them have that extra on the back. It seems like it would make it a lot bigger than what Jessica's is. So now that song's gonna bother me until I know what all it says. But it said it kind of pretty good. So did it say I could have walked away or I should have walked away? I know, I talk to myself. And I'm back at the front porch, but I think I'm gonna, and there's that stupid 2-inch. It was a rise that time, which I did not see. I'll go back down. Let's see what I'm talking about. Here comes a bus. Zoom on down the road. I'm not zooming. I'm going slow. Probably was. This seems fast for this road. I don't think you could see it from here. They've got a nice flag that's kind of stuck. And then they've got something on their door. Hi. That's your neighbor, right? I was just noticing the flower thing on their door. It's pretty. There goes a Tesla. Since living with Nancy for that little while and Philip having a Tesla, and then everywhere you looked there was a Tesla. I mean, it was like a neighborhood of Teslas. Not just a neighborhood, a whole section of town. And I guess it's not really town, because it was bigger. You never stop. So there must be someone arguing over there. So far I see a car trying to park. Maybe I'll just go back down this path. Feels pretty good today. Not too hot, not too chilly. And I see a breeze up there. That trees are moving around. And those branches are moving around. Well, see, there's a real tall tree, too, but that's not at Jesse's. Hers is over yonder way. Oh. Got a lot of studying to do. I was just thinking about the sun. I know the Earth is on an axis, and I believe it's turning around. So does the sun stay still and we just turn around it? How does that work? You can tell I haven't paid a lot of attention to that kind of thing. It looks like there might be some cars missing. Could have walked away. Okay. This is headed to Jesse's, so I'll go this way. I know. What is there to talk about? You know, sometimes our mind gets a little cumbersome. Something in there is cumbersome. Heavy burdens. Isn't that what they say? Heavy burdens. If you are heavy laden, lay your burdens at Jesus' feet, or something like that. I know I got it wrong. Okay, so we're at the alleyway. I could have walked away. I haven't had any of the salt drink in a long time. I got to thinking that when I was doing that ivermectin, maybe I should not have oughta. I'll wait till I'm not doing the ivermectin. I think both of them might clean you out somewhat. Like the salt might do that. I'm in the shade for a second. Well, I made it around the house all the way. And I made it up and down the street a couple of times. Not the whole street, just from Jesse's house to one end. And it is hot out here. And my body hurts. I complain a lot, I know. Bad little girl. There I go. Again, damn it. It's not good to jar your bones if you have a problem with your bones. I'm hoping that this last round, so let me say it correctly, it's not a round of chemo. I'm talking about ivermectin. Since I had those scans last, I'll be having some scans in September, October. I mean, it's supposed to be a PET scan. We'll hope that it is, so that I can find something out. I want to know what they can see. Because I had a doctor a while back when I was still over in Washington. Told me she could see the healing. She herself could see the healing not just going by what someone else read, you know, and they have radiology done. They have someone read it and send it to the doctor. Whereas it's nice to know if they can actually see it themselves. She could see healing in my bones. And she said the fractures that were in my vertebrae, she could see healing in those fractures. So I had one vertebrae in my back, probably just above my waistline or somewhere in there, that was covered in cancer. But according to my surgeon, they had sent him the results because he made me get I had to have a scan to see what was going on, and he made me get a mammogram of my other breast, or he wasn't going to do the surgery. So I didn't want to do that, but I did. So I don't know what the point was of me telling you that. Except for, he said I had cancer everywhere. And I had the first cancer doctor, show me on the computer and show me on my body where the cancer was. So she did. She said I had some on my skull and some here and some there and yon. But the thing is, my cancer markers are way down. And I think that's groovy grapes. And that is as of the last scan. Or actually, no. Seems I just saw that doctor. So I'm not understanding why I just saw her and I'm going to see her again. Oh, my body's tired. So I'm going to stop and go in the house. Anyway, things do run together. You tend to forget. Picking up a package. Hi, baby.
Some are being built, some are being refurbished, and some are actually
I'm talking on the TV.
It's wonderful. Simply marvelous. And I hope one day.
Oh, hi, baby. I know. Don't jump on me. Watch out.
With me.
I gotta sit down. I'll put this on the table first
Joy, practice,
and get a sip of water. There's not much water in there. Oh, my back. So, put you down for a second. I'm gonna get some ice in my glass, my cup. Okay, little cat, you're in my way. What are you barking about, little boy? Okay, water. What's going on, little bubbas? You want to go back outside again? Okay, that's enough of that. You want to go outside, Chase? I'll let you out. Is that what you want? Not you, kitty. You can't go. Bitsy has gotten to where she's like, I open the door for the dog and she goes out too. I'm gonna have to go out and get her back. Okay, so he went leaping out there. Let's see, he's got a squirrel out there he plays with too. Okie dokie. I'm gonna go have a sip of water and sit down. And I guess you really can't have a copyright on my own thing. You know, with me on the TV. Instead of, if there's music on.
So glad. What
I was
wonderful
doing a
blessing.
live. That's what's going
He
on
says,
the
I'm going
TV.
for my endowment soon. I'm so blessed to be a member of the church and to receive the covenants
So
and
cool.
ordinances.
So very cool. Okay, so I guess I ought to pause it or something so you guys don't got to hear that.
You keep making me cry. Stop it.
Okay. It's making me cry.
Eventually, he's.
I love. Okay, how do I pause this? There, I'll just do it that way. I love the Big Bang Theory. It's just so funny. Oh. And I know I'm not always so funny. Sometimes I are, and sometimes I are not. It's been really a heartbreaking week with Charlie Kirk. I never heard of him before. My ex-husband sent me a link, and I had seen where my cousin Diana had made a post. And actually, my cousin Leah might have made a post first, and then I saw a different post from her sister. Leah and Diana are sisters. They're my brother's sisters' girls. My brother's, not my brother. Did I say my brother before? I mean, my dad's sister. Now, my dad was the oldest of 8. And this first sister, Bonnie, I think it went Dad and then Bob and then Bonnie and then Mike. Okay, so Dad, Bob, and then Bonnie is her 2 girls. And I'm not sure how many kids she ended up having, if she had 6 or 8. She had a bunch. And it's dark in here. We went and got curtains. Jesse got room darkening curtains, and they're also supposed to be energy efficient. So they're black. And you can still see through them more than we thought. And the dog has got it. Oh, I hear the dog. Anyway, the dog gets on the couch and looks out the window. So that's not stopping him from doing that. And I feel like I need to find some tape or something and tape that couch back together. Come on in. Oh, that wind's kind of blowing out there. Oh, ho ho hum. I smell the blood of an Englishman, be he alive or be he dead. I'll crush his bones to make my bread. Isn't that something? That's a child's nursery rhyme. Does that sound like something good? I'm gonna crush somebody's bones to make my bread? I don't think so. Anyway, things will get better. Sometimes they will. Gotta hope for better. And don't surrender to His will. Now, do you understand that? Because in our daily lives, every day, there's things going on in our minds and at our jobs and in school or whatever is going on with us, but there's these little guys whispering in our ear, telling us things we don't want to hear. Sometimes they might be true and other times they're false. And so it's up to you to figure it out, right? So, I mean, I'm getting tired of trying to figure things out. I want to just not have to do that. I want to be where I thought I was. And maybe I still am. I'm just having a difficult time. Trust. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. You can trust somebody, but then there's just things that you have to look at. I have to figure it out. Any old who. I'm in the house now, and I turned the TV off, and it's dark in here because of the windows, the curtains. It does make it dark in here. I should go make me something to eat. I really should. And there's an avocado in there just waiting, so that's what I'll do. I'll go make me an avocado with salt and pepper. And I'll use pink salt. I've changed to pink salt, no more white salt for me. Now, I haven't tried Celtic salt. I think that's what it's called. I keep wanting to say Celtic, but it's Celtic, I imagine. They're saying it's really good for you, but I know that the pink Himalayan salt is really good for you. It's got 84 minerals that you cannot get in your food. And then especially if you don't ever eat anything, how are you going to get anything? Whether it be minerals or what? So I got to do better. I used to have like a regimen, but I don't do it anymore. So I should have a smoothie a day. And I probably should have an avocado a day if I could work it to where they'd be ripe. They have to be just right so they taste good. And it's not just so they taste good because the salt and pepper makes it taste good, but it's the texture. Just the right texture. It's smooth. It's still green. And actually, I've got a boiled egg in there. I can go have an avocado and a boiled egg. That'd be very good for me. I have found when I eat eggs in the morning, I get hungry. I mean, you would think that eating would make it to where you wouldn't, it would satisfy that. But no, I eat a couple eggs or even a egg, whatever, even with 2 eggs. And even with other things, like when I was living with Dad and I would have eggs and grits. I didn't eat the bacon, or maybe I ate a little bit, but I reserved the bacon for him. But the point is, whenever I did eat, I would get hungry pretty soon. But then when I was doing Slim Fast, there's something in Slim Fast that helps you not be hungry. So that's an idea. I've got milk in there. I could go make myself a little something. That's what I should do. So I will take some milk and some Slim Fast. And then I've got another thing that's got those greens, super greens. And then I could put blueberries in it and some flaxseed, make a little smoothie. Make a runny smoothie so I can just drink it. But it'll be good for me. Don't you tear up that curtain, boy. Look at that. See? Part of her thinking for getting the curtains was to keep him from seeing out the window. But he's going to see out the window anyway. Anyway, they're nice. They're very nice. I like having curtains. I'd like to have curtains upstairs too. And I haven't mentioned it to her, but this is something some of you guys might think about. When you've been living in a house for a long time, renting it, you might approach the landlord and say, hey, you interested in selling it? Can I be first bid? And then you take a look at the condition of it. It needs help, but it's sturdy. It's got good bones. It's an old house. But it's strong, and the ceilings are tall. I don't like that. But the point is, it really wouldn't take that much to go upstairs where I stay. You come in the door and you're in the living room, and then there's the dining room, and then in the back is the kitchen, and then there's a bathroom, and then out the door to the backyard. Okay, but on the side over here, there's that staircase. And then upstairs, there's 3 bedrooms on that floor. Okay, sorry. I would, well, first of all, decide if I was living here, if I was going to stay here. It wouldn't cost that much to get remnants for those rooms. I mean, it's not hers, so she doesn't feel like she can do that, but I bet you they would appreciate it. This carpet's not in the greatest of shape. I think she's been here 4.5 years. But I mean, in my mind's eye, I'd be trying to find out, what is this house worth? If I really wanted to stay in this particular place, find out what it's worth in the condition that it's in, and take into the account that I've been paying rent steadily for 4.5 years at an astronomical amount. So you might get them to take part of that in lieu of a down payment. I mean, these are just thoughts, but me being a landlord, me working for my mom and dad as landlords, I do know that you can work a deal with people. Nothing beats a failure but a try. I've heard that before, but it's the truth. If you don't ask, you will never receive. I'm not talking about from God. I'm talking about from people in general. If you see something that you like and you want and it's not for sale, it doesn't hurt to go up and find out who owns it and ask them. All they can say, they can say yes or no. But like this house, they might, yes, they're getting a good income from it, but you never know what their situation might be to where they would let them buy it. Still stay like they're renting, but the money going towards buying it instead of just renting. So really the status quo does not change, except for that you have a goal you're looking at. And rent to own is a deal. They call it different things, okay? It can be a lease option to buy. I need to do some more research because I've got to figure out what I'm going to do. I've got to get some money generated, and I've got to just get all my ducks in a row, figure out what I'm going to do with certain things. I have a cute little house. I mean, it needs work too, but I have a cute little house in Texas that I really should just go live in. There's someone living in there right now, and as long as she does what she's supposed to do, then I'm just kind of hanging out, but really I should put it on the market and sell it so that I can do something with it instead of sitting here from month to month worrying about money. So I have to talk to myself about that. So anyway, I should probably let you guys go. Isn't that pretty? Screensaver. I'm sure you must have been able to see that. Okay, well, I'm starving, so I'm going to go get something to eat. And I thank you for going on a walk with me. I'm sorry if I moaned and groaned too much. I didn't mean to. But I do tend to do that. So that's something to think about. I don't like hearing people complain either. So I don't want to complain. I just want to have a good life. And I wouldn't mind having my fella, as long as it's not going to be a pain in the butt. In other words, just like me, I'm sure I do like to take control. But you know what? I'm really at a point in life that I'd rather release control, as long as I could trust fully in my partner. And really, your partner, you're supposed to be a partnership, not just one person making all decisions and all that stuff. You need to have collaboration. I think that would be the word. Collaborate. We want to collaborate on our goals and what we're going to do in our life. And here's some other things, people, when you're looking at getting married. I don't know what, I know there's probably a list. But number one, I don't know what number one is. But I can tell you it's really important. There's several really important, so you guys figure it out, okay? First of all is love and respect. Love your partner with all your heart, your mind, your might, and strength. So how does that say it with the first commandment? Love the Lord thy God with all thy mind, might, and strength. And it didn't even say heart. But your heart needs to be in there or you're not going to stay together, I can tell you that, period. Because there's going to be problems. There's always going to be problems to overcome. And if you're working on them together, instead of pulling apart. I talked about that once upon a time, out there on the farm. There were so many things I wanted to do, which takes your partner to do. And if your partner and you are not in agreement and you're not getting anywhere, it's like two oxen hooked together, but neither one of them want to go in the same direction as the other. Okay? So there's that saying, evenly yoked. Being evenly yoked with your partner is important. So that goes with the goals, okay? But it's going to go with all these things, okay? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that are important in a marriage that's going to cause a problem if you don't have it under control. 1 is your religion. Do you believe in God or do you care less? I'm telling you, it's really important that you both kind of feel the same way. It really is. Because otherwise you're just not going to be fulfilled. Okay, then either you won't or your partner won't. And it's too dark in here. I guess I could turn on the light. Okay, so I don't have a pen and paper to write these things down, but I can tell you religion is up there. Money. How the money is going to be maintained. Who's going to be controlling? Who's going to be spending? Who's going to be making? Are we sharing? Everybody has their own trip that works for them. But you need to have a thought pattern towards that. Okay, so money, religion. I said love already. Love is very important. Sex. Sex is real important. And it can make or break you. I mean, it's not all important, but it's very important, okay? It's a major big deal. Marital relations and morals. I mean, we're talking about this person you're going to be linked with forever. I mean, if you did it right, it should be forever. Not every 5 years you change partners. Oh, well, I've been with this one long enough. Let's change to another one. And it's not funny. And there are people who do that. And yes, there's people, what they called swingers when I was young. When I was young and first married, the swingers was all the deal. I mean, we didn't do that, but there were people doing that. Go to a party and put your keys in a vase and everybody pull out whatever. Because they're bored with their sex life. They're bored with their life, period. And maybe they were never in love with their person, Sex is just sex until you're in love, and then it's different. Or it can be. We'll put it that way. It can be. The word sacred comes to mind. It can be very, very, very special. But then again, I guess there's other stuff. I just don't know much about that other stuff. Anyway, marriage can be a great thing, but it can be hell too. So it's not necessarily that we all need to go out and get married. And yes, best friends are wonderful. You know, you find out you live with a best friend, you're still going to have problems. And that doesn't have to do with the sex, unless you turn it into that. But I'm just saying how the household is ran, how the meals are prepared, who's doing the shopping, who's paying for it, who's working at it, who's washing the dishes, who's cleaning the house and doing the laundry. All these things should be shared. It's not for one or the other to do. And just because the fella, if you're in the right situation and the fella goes out and works and provides a wonderful life for you, or even just, a secure life where you've got a house and the amenities of life, and you've got your car, and you've got a way to pay the bills, and the money to buy the food, and all the different things you need to put your household together. It's not easy. So where was I going with all that? It's like, those things are all important. So don't just get carried away in the good looks of a person. You might want to check out their personality. What do they believe? What is their work ethic? And I'm not talking necessarily going out to work. If you're talking about husband and wife. These days you kind of both have to, but it just would be nice if it could be the way it's supposed to be, which is the man provides and the woman nurtures. And especially in those younger years when you have children at home. When you have children at home, you shouldn't be paying someone else to take care of them. You should take care of them yourself. Be careful over there, baby. I'm afraid he's going to tear the curtains down. I mean, he's just got his head stuck through the window right now, but he gets all excited and gets up in there and jumps around and barks and goes crazy. That's one of the reasons they got a hold of the curtains. But anyway, okay. I'm already past the 30-minute mark, headed for 40. That's a nice looking little picture on the TV too. And there's a wall of pictures. Jessica and Diego and their children. Together they have 8 kids. He's got 3 and Jessie has 5. Oh, that's cute too. Okay. Well, listen, people. Thanks for coming along. And I was going to say, I'll try to sing a song. Huh? So far away, my baby, my fella, he is forever away. That's about the truth of it. I think he's forever away. That's not really very cool. Because forever is a way long time. Now here's something. Just a little demonstration. Find yourself a piece of notebook paper. A really thin piece of notebook paper. Tear it out of I don't know what those things are called. I don't want to say Cosmo something or other, but anyway, a notebook that's got paper in it. You just take one of those pieces of paper out and Put it out there like you're putting it on a bookshelf, okay? So you're putting that thin piece of paper on a bookshelf. Now in your head, think about that bookshelf just being way long. I mean, way long. You go out to the street and make it really long. And put that little piece of the sliver of paper, like that's a bookcase. You put it in there with all the books. And that's the time. That little teeny tiny sliver of paper. That's your time allotted on this earth. Comparison to the life you're going to lead. How long you're going to be around. So we're not talking about here on earth. We're talking about your existence. And this earth life is that little sliver of paper. Did I create a picture? Eternity is never ending. Never, ever, 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 ever ending. But how do you put it in a perspective where you can understand it? You know? Now, it's not that you're going to understand it, but it is that you might get a glimpse. It's kind of like when you look in an eternity pool. You see yourself and it goes on forever. It doesn't stop. Okay? Same thing with mirrors. You have a mirror on one wall and a mirror on the other, and you stand in the middle of it. You're going to see your reflection go on forever. Kind of like that 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 to infinity and beyond. Anyway, you guys, take care. I'm going to go eat, and it's later than I thought it was. I knew there was something I wanted to do today, but I didn't do it. Look at all those lights. I don't know what city that is. It's hard to say. I see a bridge way over there. Anyway, people, take care. And I'll see you again. Because I don't know how to stop. One day I'm going to. And I know how to stop. It means replace. Get up and get busy with my life and replace this channel with something else. But maybe I'll still come back once a week. Or once a month. I don't know what I'm going to do. But just plain to see, right? So, take care. And I'll talk to you again. Bye.